What's up? What's happening, folks? Welcome back to the channel Sports, Life, and Politics TV. I'm Samuel Koppel, YouTube's #1 couch detective, and I'm here for the news. And here recently, there was a massive wildfire on the island of Maui in Hawaii, where they said there's already over 100 dead and hundreds missing. And from time to time, I do like to put my collard green tinfoil cap on and indulge in a little bit of conspiracy theory. Now, all of this stuff could have been a natural wildfire, highly feasible. There was hurricane force winds. It was also the dry season. But for me, it's also the perfect cover. Now, I've made these videos about weather manipulation and weather control. These videos are over a year old. I think this was like 8 or 9 months. California atmospheric rivers are they natural? Weather manipulation is no conspiracy. Dallas weather national monsoon is weather manipulation. And on the screen, you see Operation Popeye. That's something that they used in the Vietnam War, and they basically had the technology to control the rain and extend the monsoon seasons out for months on end during the Vietnam War. Now, obviously, if they was using this technology in the 60s, then it probably was developed somewhere in the late 40s into the 50s. But weather manipulation is no conspiracy. So would I be shocked that somebody maybe started these fires? We have in low Earth orbit, they have all type of laser technology. If you don't believe me, you could Google it and look it up yourself. But they have the technology to start fires, and it's a great cover. On the surface, I would say maybe, possibly this was natural, but the only reason I told you I'm putting my collard green tinfoil cap on is because the alarms never went off. And they have one of the most comprehensive alarm systems in all of the world on the islands of Hawaii for tsunamis. But it's for everything. The alarm system, the warning systems is for anything that can go wrong. Earthquakes, fires, tsunamis, it doesn't matter. But let's take a look at this clip. And we're going to get some clues to let you know that something's rotten in Denmark. Let's take a look.
The death toll is climbing in the Maui fire. At least 93 people confirmed dead, making this the deadliest wildfire in modern American history. There are growing questions about why the island's comprehensive emergency warning system didn't sound. Officials confirmed there were no audible alerts. Hurricane force gusts only caused the flames to spread more rapidly, giving many little time to escape. Some residents are now asking if lives could have been saved. Talk to those who had to resort to the water. 19-year-old, his mother and younger brother stranded in that water for 5.
And let me say this. Yes, if there's hurricane force winds, obviously we know that fire can spread extremely rapidly and extremely fast. But when you're dealing with an emergency system, alarm system that's on the whole island, believe you me, the alarm system is not set up, or the alert system is not set up for it to take a long time. Because obviously, when you're dealing with that, you have minutes, not hours. We're dealing in minutes when you're talking about tsunamis and shit, and earthquakes, depending on how close it is to the coast. So it's not like that you have hours. We need to go through all these different procedures just to ring the alarm and set off the sirens and let people know that there's danger. No, it takes minutes, literally. So something's rotten. I'm telling you guys, something ain't right with this.
Hours. Search teams painstakingly going through what's left. Cadaver dogs searching for victims. And the outpouring of support. Residents helping to unload a catamaran, arriving with much needed supplies for the hard-hit town.
Let me say this. I didn't get a chance to say this. I want to give, my deepest condolences to all the people of Hawaii. I've been to Hawaii before. The people there are great. They're fantastic human beings. A lot of them are just, down to earth. They welcome everybody with open arms. They're kind and generous, and they have great food and a great culture. So, I send my deepest condolences out there. I work with a girl named Mia. Her and her whole family's from Hawaii. So, I send my deepest condolences. They didn't lost family members over there. So, Vegas, I don't know if you know this about Las Vegas, but Las Vegas is a second home to Hawaiians. You know what I mean? I don't know if you know that, but that's like a lot of Hawaiians move to Vegas. It's like their second home.
It's one of a number of examples. Aloha Strong. We have team coverage tonight from Maui. ABC's Whit Johnson brings us up.
Tonight, Maui's catastrophic inferno is now marking the deadliest wildfire in modern U.S. history. The lives of at least 93 people. lost in the flames. One of them, Carol Hartley, whose sister today told us the world has lost a beautiful soul. And with hundreds still unaccounted for, growing fears that the true toll is even worse. Many calling on public officials to be more transparent.
We know we got to go quick. We got to do it right. So when we pick up the remains and they fall apart, and so when you have 200 people running through the scene yesterday, some of you, that's what you're.
How dare him? You low down dirty motherfucker. You guys did a piss poor job of the alert system, and then you blaming others. I mean, this is the art of deflection. This is pretty low, even for him, talking about the bodies is falling apart and ashes. Well, some people might have had a chance if you guys had sound the sirens and the alarms and the warning systems.
I don't know how much more you want me to describe it. That's what you're stepping on.
Of those lucky to survive, some jumping into the ocean.
Both sides to the left and the right are on fire.
Including 19-year-old Noah Tompkinson, who captured this harrowing video. He was with his mother and younger brother, escaping the fast-moving flames, waiting in the water for 5 hours.
Let's do the work for that. You're gonna be okay.
And Mike Kachina, who owns a dog care business in Lahaina, saw the oncoming flames and ran to the beach, hungry
That should have to look like the end of the world to them. Look like Armageddon.
down with others.
There was times where we had to leave some of the dogs up on the wall or on the water while we swam out because we couldn't hold the dogs up plus ourselves. But at the very end, when we were able to give them back to their parents.
Tonight, serious questions remain about the alerts that failed to sound. The Hawaii Emergency Management Agency confirming on an island with one of the world's most comprehensive siren systems, most often used to warn of possible tsunamis, none were activated.
See what I mean, you guys? None. Not even the ones that was working in other places. None of them was activated at all. That right there is a head scratcher. That's why the people who live on this island are so fucking pissed off and so upset, and they're asking questions. See, on here, the news is asking it for you, for the people, but the people, if they actually was interviewing the people how they truly felt, they getting interviews, and a lot of these interviews are extremely edited. And then the people who they might do 50 interviews, and then they'll pick 2 or 3 interviews out of those, and then edit those down, and it won't sound as bad as it, or it won't give you the true emotions of the people. They're pissed because these people let this whole island damn near burn down without sounding one alarm. And look, I always say in all my videos, I leave room that I could be wrong. I'm fallible. I'm human. The tinfoil collard green cap I got on might not be no good, but you have to admit that it sounds mighty suspicious. And then who gets all this land? Where does all this land go? Because obviously all these people ain't coming back. Most of these people aren't coming back. We know that. So then you have to start asking questions. Who gets the land? Who gets where's the money going? And who? I mean, it's a lot of questions to be asked. That's why people are pissed. And there's still hundreds of people missing. So there's probably 300-400 people dead.
Multiple fires at the same time. And the circumstance was greatly complicated also by the heat and the speed with which the fire spread, destroying a great deal of infrastructure. Over time, we'll be able to figure out if we could have better protected people.
Did you hear that shit? Let's hear it one more time. Over time, we're going to see if we can better protect the people. You low down, dirty motherfucker. Of course you could have better protected people. Wow. Sound the alarms.
Most often used to warn of possible tsunamis, none were activated.
There were multiple fires at the same time. And the circumstance was greatly complicated also by the heat and the speed with which the fire spread.
And this the chicken shit ass governor, Josh Green.
The hurricane force wind
Wow.
gusts taking down infrastructure like cell towers, power lines.
Hey, listen to me. It's so easy to figure out where the failure was. Whose job is it to sound the alarms when the fire starts? Like what's the procedure? Because obviously they said it's for tsunamis, earthquakes, fires. So the procedure is the procedure. They acting like it takes all this time to figure it out. And it does not. It does not take all the time to figure it out. It's bullshit.
Tonight continuing during what is Maui's dry season. 2 of the 3 original fires still burning. The search to find human remains intensifying, but only a small portion of destroyed structures have been searched by cadaver dogs.
So we're going as fast as we can. But just so you know, 3%, that's what's been searched. Dogs, 3%.
Today, multiple counties in California sending 12 of their cadaver dogs to help. Many frustrated families trying to pick up the pieces and move forward. Lisa Peroni says she received no alerts, fleeing for her life only after seeing explosions, smoke, and flames.
And that's when I saw the brush fire, but then also the big fire, the big explosion.
Lisa taking these photos of the fire roaring into Lahaina as she raced to get out. Her boyfriend, Jeff Tremper, who was traveling on the mainland, rushing home when he heard the news.
I was getting text messages. Front Street's on fire. Everything's on fire. Lahaina is burning right now. Everything's exploding. And I couldn't hear from her, and the only thing I could think about was that she was
Their Lahaina home now gone, but Lisa is grateful to be alive.
Your heart still aches for the people left behind.
Oh yeah. I think, Lahaina was a really magical, beautiful town.
Such harrowing stories there. Rick Johnson joins us now from Maui. What do we know about these lawsuits against state and local power companies?
Lindsay, already at least one class action lawsuit has been filed accusing the power companies of leaving their power lines energized even when they knew there was a risk of high fire danger and powerful winds. Tonight, Hawaiian Electric.
Uh-oh. See what I mean, y'all? Something ain't right. Look, energy companies, the government, everybody has procedures when things will go wrong. That's obvious because you have to. You got to have a plan. They have the plan. Everything's laid out. Nobody, the energy company, not the government, you telling me nobody followed proper procedure? Is that a coincidence or was it on purpose? You got to ask the questions.
It has been filed accusing the power companies of leaving their power lines energized even when they knew there was a risk of high fire danger and powerful winds. Tonight, Hawaiian Electric telling us they cannot comment on pending litigation and that the cause of the fire has not yet been determined. Lindsay?
Rick Johnson, our thanks to you.
How long did he say? Let's listen one more time.
Electric telling us they cannot comment on pending litigation and that the cause of the fire has not yet been determined. Lindsay?
Well,
Rick Johnson, our thanks to you.
Well, this is what they're going to tell you. They're going to tell you it's going to take years to figure out what's going on and who did what. In all honesty, we know that's bullshit. It really only takes weeks. If they would have burned down all the government shit and all the shit that the right people would have died at the right time, believe you me, they would have found out shit a whole lot faster and a whole lot sooner. Whole lot faster and a whole lot sooner. Now we got another case. And let me say this. Once again, all my condolences out to the people of Hawaii. This is terrible. God bless them. God bless all the people who's, having to deal with this, the family members who not in Hawaii, who just wondering where their family members at. Hopefully they find some of them alive, but it doesn't look really good at this particular point. But all prayers to those people. God bless them. But we have another case right here. Mysterious house explodes, killing 5. I covered a case like this before. I think 2 or 3 cases over the past year where houses just completely exploded. And in both those cases, neither one of them was gas related. And the stories just went away. Mysterious house explosion kills 5. Let's take a look at this clip and see what the hell is going on.
A good investigation is now underway outside of Pittsburgh. A massive explosion and fire rocking a neighborhood. At least 5 people were killed, several others hurt. 3 homes completely leveled.
Hey, that looked like a fucking bomb. It looked like that guy hit one of them goddamn cruise missiles or something. I mean, look at that explosion. Just look at that. Look at that. Aesthetically, that's a complete disaster. But somebody's trying to cover up something. Something didn't happen. There is a bunch of chicanery going on with this. I guarantee it. There's a cover up. Somebody tried to kill. Something's going on.
Blast and fire leaving only rubble behind. Debris damaging a dozen nearby structures. Red Cross and Salvation Army stepping in to help those who are now displaced. Details from ABC's Jacqueline Lee.
Tonight, with 5 people now confirmed dead, there are growing questions about what caused a deadly explosion in a Pittsburgh suburb. Officials say gas was not to blame.
So, as you can see, the house exploded. If gas was not to blame, the only thing other than that can blow up a house like that is a bomb. Who lives there? Where do they work? Obviously, they're doing all the investigating, but if it's higher up, then these type of cases tend to string out for years, and then by the time you get to the end, they still don't give you the answers you're looking for. But look at that explode! Look at that there. That's on the ring cams. The ring cams be catching everything.
A homeowner provided our affiliate WTAE doorbell video capturing the moment this home exploded Saturday morning.
Listen to me. Listen to me. I've always liked the military. Like I used to watch the military channel. I think it's called the American Heroes channel now. But back in the day, everybody used to watch cable. They had the military channel. I always used to watch that shit. That shit looked like that was hit by a Bunker Buster bomb. That looked like a real live ordnance that went off. That was made to detonate to make sure everything was obliterated, that there was nothing left. So this was, whoever did this, this was purposeful. This was a terrorist act, and there's a lot going. As you can see, with this type of bomb that's going, don't you think they would? You would think they would be hollering terrorists and looking for somebody, and there would be more energy on trying to find who. All of a sudden, it's just a bunch of confusion. We don't know. We know it wasn't gas related, and we just, it's just we don't know what's going on. Just a house just blew up for nothing. I guess I don't know. They was cooking some rice, and the rice cooker overheated, and it just blew up. Nah.
3 homes and damaging at least a dozen.
That shit blew up 3 homes.
Multiple people buried under debris. At least one surviving victim. He's requesting fire department step up.
First responders rushing in. Remnants of homes are scattered throughout the area. Cars now charred. Debris surrounding this children's playground.
I can remember what these houses look like. I'm shaking. I know what they look like.
Look at that shit, y'all. Hey, that bitch was blown up all the way to the foundation. It was obliterated. Oh yeah, this goes really high up. This ain't no mom and pop shit.
Residents were hospitalized. One remains in critical condition.
Allegedly, this looked like some CIA, FBI. This looked like some government. I don't know, y'all. Where's the FBI at? Why I ain't heard no mention of the FBI yet?
When the 18 fire departments responded, 57 firefighters were treated on scene for minor injuries. Officials say the investigation could take months, if not years. Lindsay.
Listen to me. If you blew up Lindsey Graham's house, it wouldn't take no months or years to figure that shit out. If you blew up a politician's home and a politician's home blew up like that, do you think it would take months or years to figure that shit out? The audacity, these people, they really think we are stupid. Months and years. This bitch went from months to years with an S. No. They can figure this shit out really soon. But it depends what they were blowing up, because somebody was blowing up something and they wanted some people dead and they wanted some evidence completely obliterated. Again.
Fire departments responded.
Don't be surprised if there's some kind of child sex trafficking ring or something. Who knows what's going on? But somebody didn't want no evidence left.
7 firefighters were treated on scene for minor injuries. Officials say the investigation could take months, if not years. Lindsay.
So mysterious, Jacqueline. Thank you.
You hear what she said? So mysterious. No, ain't that goddamn mysterious. Where she said it was all these different firefighters and fire departments. Where is the FBI? Why didn't I hear that the FBI was the first? They owned the scene. They get into the bottom. Why I ain't hear that? Unbelievable. Yeah, that case right there is real mysterious, and obviously they covering something up. Something's going on there. Something was going on at that house. Because they not only did they blow up that house, they blew up the 2 houses next door to it too. They made sure there wasn't nothing left. That is insane. Let's look at this. We'll cover that another time. We'll go back to that and see what, that's if they even keep going over this. Sometimes these cases, they talk about it on the news for a day or two, couple days, and then that shit goes away just like that. Growing outrage after Michigan police detained child taking out trash. Now, this is a case where they said they mistaken him as a Kia boy. Now, we know these Kia boys are anywhere from 10, 11, 12, all the way up to 17, 18, 19 of young black men, mostly, not all, but mostly, who get these Kia cars and they're using USB, the back parts of USB to steal these cars. Now, they said that the young man who they were looking for had on a white t-shirt and neon green shorts. They put the young man in handcuffs, put him back in the car. His father came out, said that's not him. They handcuffed him and took him inside. Now, they crying racism. Now, I understand sometimes there is racism. Sometimes there is a case of mistaken identity. Everything ain't racism, and you can't fight racism with every little thing. If in this area there's a lot of kids being stolen, and they thought he looked like, I can understand that. They didn't rough him up. They didn't kick his ass. They just said, hey, man, you fit the description, such. That shit happens, especially if you live in the inner city and that shit's going on. Who knows? But let's take a look at the clip, see what you guys think.
Growing outrage after Lansing, Michigan police handcuffed and detained a 12-year-old boy as he was just taking out the trash.
And they make it sound so bad. Handcuffed and taking out, he was just 12. Well, goddamn, the motherfuckers who stealing them cars is 10, 11, 12. I seen them Kia boys. Little bitty young boys, his age now, stealing them cars. That has nothing to do with him in general, but you can see if somebody said he had on neon green shorts, and he had on neon green shorts, that the mistakes could be made, possibly.
They were looking for a car thief. AC's Morgan Norwood joins us with the details. A disturbing story. Morgan, good morning.
Yeah,
Not that disturbing.
This incident is the latest in a string of mistaken identity encounters. Keyshawn Bernard's father says that he knew something was wrong when his 12-year-old took a little longer than usual to take out the trash, right? But when he went outside to check it out, his son was being led away in handcuffs. This morning, growing outrage after police in Lansing, Michigan detained a 12-year-old boy while he was taking out the trash.
I mean, the police was easy with him. They didn't slam him on the car. They wasn't booting him in his ass. Sometimes with black people, we just got some shit. We gotta keep it moving. But obviously, they want a lawsuit. Once you start hearing all this shit and the way the news is covering it and the way everybody's saying it's an outrage, somebody's trying to get some money. Obviously, and if they can get some money, that's cool. But I don't think this is no case to be outraged over. No.
Kid bringing out his trash.
Keyshawn Bernard's father says he asked his son to take the trash to their apartment complex's dumpster. Well, when he didn't return after a few minutes, he went outside to find his son handcuffed and being placed in the back of a police cruiser. The boy released moments later, but lawyers for the family say he's still distraught.
He's been so traumatized that he does not want to go outside. He doesn't want to take the trash out.
Get the fuck out of here. Now, see, that's what I'm talking about, y'all. Come on now. They put handcuffs on him and gently set him in the back for 36 seconds and then let him out. He's so traumatized, he can't go outside and he can't take out the trash. Man, yeah, they trying to get paid. I ain't knocking them for trying to get paid, but you ain't gonna sell me this hill of beans.
You want to check the mail.
The Lansing Police Department posted an explanation on Facebook stating an officer was pursuing a suspect in a string of Kia thefts wearing neon shorts and a white shirt. A different officer was in the area and saw Bernard wearing a very similar outfit and put cuffs on him.
Our client wasn't wearing a white shirt. In fact, our client was wearing a light gray colored shirt.
I mean, yeah, they try to get paid. And if they got some money, I ain't mad at them, Sure. I ain't mad about that, but I honestly, I'm just being honest and fair and balanced. No, I can see how that. If the boy had on neon green shorts and a white shirt and he's around this age, young black male, you can see how that mistake was made. Yeah, like I said, they didn't kick his ass. They slammed him on the car, roughed him, and put a knee in his back. I get it, but this is going to be hard to sell. But you see the lawyers, they trying to sell it. Listen to the lawyers one more time.
Bernard wearing a very similar outfit and put cuffs on him.
Our client wasn't wearing a white shirt. In fact, our client was wearing a light gray colored shirt.
The department also issued an apology saying, "Our hope is we can put this unfortunate case of wrong place, wrong time behind us.
continue to represent the community that we serve.
He wasn't in the wrong place, nor was this the wrong time. He was in the right place, his home.
Well, you can't be in the wrong place at the wrong time. That's happened to all of us at one time or another. He's in the wrong place at the wrong time. He just so happened to have on neon green shorts, be a young black male with a light color shirt on. You know, like I said, they didn't rough him up.
And lawyers for the Bernard family say that they're exploring all legal options, including the possibility of filing a lawsuit.
There it is. That's what it all boils down to. Niggas trying to get a few bucks. And if they get it, I ain't mad at them. It's just going to be a tough one to sell. That's all. It's going to be tough to sell, y'all. Let's take a look at this. They got a mob-style smash and grab at a mall in the Los Angeles area. Now, California, let me say this. I've lived in California off and on my whole life. California is spiraling down the tube. The whole country is in general, United States in general, but especially California. You know, I got a lot of friends and family in California, you know, and it's not no slight towards California, but it's just a fact. San Francisco, Los Angeles, all of these areas, they changing the laws to make it where it's like almost a post-apocalyptic place where people are just running in, smashing and grabbing. You got to steal over $1,000 worth of stuff to even be arrested, and they can't call the cops on people, and they want to change all the gun laws. They're making it extremely hard on people in California. And are things changing? No, they're only getting worse. Let's take a look at the clip.
Dozens of masked shoplifters caught on video swarming the Topanga Mall Nordstrom in a coordinated attack on the store. Mayor Karen Bass calling for all of them to be held accountable. As many as 30 people, including men and women, snatching tens of thousands of dollars worth of luxury items, leaving the store in shambles. I'm Michelle Fisher.
And I'm Jory Rand. This is Eyewitness News at 11. Eyewitness News reporter Amy Powell has the latest on this brazen heist, along with reaction from the mayor tonight.
The motherfuckers in there like roaches. They tearing that shit up. They tearing that shit up, snatching shit out of that Nordstrom. You know, but it ain't like it used to be. The security can't touch these people no more. I'll tell you, California is changing all the laws to make it one of the most dangerous places in all of the United States of America, especially with the gun laws, and especially on how you can defend yourself, how you can defend your property, your business. All of that shit has started to change over the last 20 years, and it's gotten progressively worse. It's only going to get worse and worse as each year goes on. But all of these young people went in there stealing, and this comes off that COVID financial aid they was handing out. You know, people got used to a little bit of money, and after that COVID financial aid, the crime has went up, especially in states like California where they were handing out the most money. So, you know, you get 30 people in the mall at once, they're ready to take some shit. There ain't a lot you really can do unless you start shooting people. And you really can't shoot people over products and stuff like that. You really can't shoot people, especially at a major department store like this, because they got insurance. So it's a catch-22. It's terrible because people just come into your business just tearing shit up.
Shattering. Racks and fixtures knocked to the ground. A large crew of thieves caught on cell phone video racing through a Nordstrom store at the Westfield Topanga Mall in Canoga Park, smashing display cases, scooping up armloads of expensive bags.
Look at him. He got the whole shelf with the bag. He got to leave the bag. He picked up another bag. He had to leave the bag and pick up another bag.
We're at the entry of the store. So many people coming out. We didn't know it's a bomb or something.
I really didn't understand at first what was going on, and then I recognized what was really happening. When all the security really was going to the one area. The robbery happened just after 4 p.m. A mob of 20 to 30 male and female suspects wearing masks and hoodies seen snatching merchandise, running out of Nordstrom and escaping. The LAPD says one security guard was treated after being sprayed with some type of mace or bear spray. Yeah,
that one little security guard never stood a chance. And if you were one security guard, I mean, I'm not supposed to do nothing with all these motherfuckers. I mean, I'm not getting paid that much. Yeah, that security guard's probably making $16 an hour. Ain't no way I'm supposed to put my body in there for this type of nonsense. And then they ain't sprayed the man with bear spray. Oh, man. Only in America.
Else was injured. It's not the first time the store has been hit by smash and grab robbers.
Numerous
Look at
shops
it.
in the Los
Look.
Angeles area selling designer merchandise have been targets of similar crimes.
It's hard to avoid it, isn't it? Really, you just don't know what is going to happen.
LA Mayor Karen Bass issued a statement calling the Nordstrom robbery unacceptable. She says those who committed these acts and acts like it in neighboring areas must be held accountable.
The LAPD is searching for 20 to 30 suspects in connection with the crime. Authorities estimate the loss to the store at between $60,000 to $100,000. Amy Powell.
Well, do I believe Amy Powell, grasshopper looking ass? I do. 60 to 100,000, somewhere probably around the $50,000-$60,000 range. But we know for insurance purposes, it's always $100,000. You always embellish that by at least $30,000-$40,000. But yeah, they lost some real money. There's no doubt about that. You know, some of them bags and purses and shit cost thousands of dollars for each one. Might get an $800 bag, a $2,000 bag, a $900 bag, a $400 bag. Yeah, that shit adds up quick, especially dealing with 20, 30 different young people. There's no doubt about that. But, you know, that's the world we stay in. That's California for it at this point. They didn't close down so many shops and stores around the San Francisco and Bay Area, man. It's getting sad. It really is. And Los Angeles has been dealing with these smash and grabs a lot over the past 2 or 3 years. It has skyrocketed on smash and grab crimes. There's no doubt about that, you guys. But, you know, I just wanted to go over the news. I ain't did the news in a couple of days. I've been doing a bunch of overtime. But, you know, I just really wanted to cover some of these clips, especially that Hawaii clip and that house explosion. You know, different things around the news. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. This has been Sports, Life, and Politics TV. I'm Samuel Koppel, YouTube's #1 couch detective. I'm here for the news. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. I just took your ass on an Amy Powell grasshopper looking ass. It's covered a smash and grab ride.